and welcome to the Muntsy's Archaeology Box episode 3. I'm Matt and here we have the Muntsy's Archaeology Box. Now, last week we actually looked at 3 items from the Muntsy's box. One of them was a Roman roof slate, a peg that actually went into the roof slate, and a piece of Samian ware. So let's see what we have today. Now, our first item today is this. Now, it's not a piece of pottery like last time, okay? It's actually a piece of piping. It's from a hypocaust, which is a Roman central heating system. Now, as you can imagine, the Romans walking around in shorts, togas, and sandals would have been pretty cold during the winter. So they actually had their own central heating system. The way hypocaust worked was that they would have piping underneath the floor, right? So this piping would have run under the floor of the entire villa, and someone would have actually then stoked a fire outside, a bit like an ancient Roman boiler. So they would put wood and even charcoal onto the fire, and the smoke from the fire would go through the piping system, under the floor, and actually keep it nice and warm. It was very ingenious. In fact, after the Romans left, we did not have any type of central heating in this country for at least another 1600 years. So that's a very long time to be cold. So yes, so this is a very fascinating piece. The second item we have today is this. Now, you've probably seen one of these when you've been on the beach, possibly Chesil. It's actually a limpet. And what this is it's a creature that actually sucks onto stone, okay? So when you look at a rock, you may see essentially this. Well, this is from 2,000 years ago, and it was actually found in Dorchester. Like I said with the oyster shell, someone would have had to have walked at least a good 17-mile round journey to the beach just to pick this up. So that's quite cool. That's quite cool. It tells a story. It's not a particularly interesting creature, but it's the story behind it that I find to be fascinating. So that is the second item. And finally, the third item is this. It's a nail. In fact, it's a Roman nail that actually came from a coffin. So when today someone is buried in a coffin, the coffin is screwed down, so it's kept shut. Well, back then the Romans used nails. You've heard the expression, the last nail in the coffin? Well, this could have been it. It's made of iron, and it's in very good condition. It looks rusty, but it's over 2,000 years old and it's been in the earth, which is very acidic. So for metal to actually survive this long in one piece is very, very rare. It's very rare. And this is like I said, a fascinating piece of history. Okay? That's all we have time for this week. I look forward to seeing you on the next episode of the Muntsy's Archaeology Box. Take care.